Hey, Bernie, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, Bernie, I got your money. Hey, my little Rambos, Dave here. I have a few suggestions to help Bernie Sanders pay for his free health care, his free tuition, and all the wonderful things he wants to pay for. Now, his website does have plenty of examples of how he plans to pay for this, like shutting down corporate tax loopholes, like offshore accounts, or taxing Wall Street speculation. Many wonderful ideas. Check it out. There'll be a link below. You can see what Bernie has planned. However, I think it would always help to have a few more bucks in the old piggy bank, to help out. So here are 4 ways I put together. Let's start with number 1. Cut military spending by 25%. We spend approximately $600 billion per year on our military, which is more than the next 8 big military spending nations combined. So look at that. We could save a few bucks there. Now, some ways to do that would be bring our troops home from stupid wars. We also have tank graveyards and airplane graveyards of brand new planes and tanks that we could stop. But because of our contracts with some of these companies, we have to keep building them regardless of our need or the military's want for them. So let's cut that out. And some of you might say, well, what about the troops? Now, I'm willing to argue that I don't believe the American public truly care about the troops. And I'll explain before you burn down my home. Our tax dollars should already pay for them to have free health care, good homes, good education, all these things. But it doesn't. They don't spend it on that. Their VA services are a complete mess. If you look at the poverty rates for soldiers and soldiers' families, it's pretty damn high. You have the homelessness rate for when they come back. You have the suicide rate. So let's not start acting like we care. I mean, all those displays you see at sporting events with the military, it's paid for by the military. It's a commercial by them. It's not like the NFL cares. Let's not think those things. Plus, if you elect Bernie Sanders, you already have free college and free health care for our soldiers built into the system. There's money savings already. Number 2, end the drug war completely. We spend $100 billion per year, according to whitehouse.gov, on the drug war. I say we legalize drugs and regulate the hell out of them, or just decriminalize them and regulate the hell out of them. Hell, let's do that for all consensual crime, prostitution, assisted suicide, drugs. Let's stop arresting consenting adults for doing whatever consenting adults want to do, as long as it does not hurt the person or property of another. Think of all the money we'll save in the courts, the healthcare system, all these things. There's a few more dollars in the coffers. Number 3, corporate welfare. We spend approximately $152 billion per year to subsidize low wages by corporations. How do we pay? We pay that into the welfare system. So these giant mega corporations who are billionaires pay employees so low that we subsidize their wages with our tax dollars. Now, come on, even a Republican can get on board with this idea. We should not be subsidizing corporations to pay you dirt. This happens way too much. These are one of the secret subsidies of corporations. Low wages equal people eligible or on some type of public assistance. I say any corporation that does not pay their people a living wage would then have to pay all the welfare for those people as well. This would assist in us not flipping the bill for their shoddy wages. So let's get this done. Let's stop paying the subsidies to the corporations for the low wages, and then look at all that money we'll save on welfare. And now number 4, probably my most controversial suggestion. It's time to tax religion, especially those who are faith healing or speaking in tongues, or there's mega churches who the pastor has jets and mansions to run around spreading the word, and yet his patrons of his church are poor, living in poverty, giving 10 to 25% of their wages to these lunatics to be rich, to wear gold rings, to manipulate others with their bullshit. Time to tax it, especially since so many of them are involved in the political process, donating to candidates, directing their patrons on how to vote. Separation of church and state is a two-way street. Not just the state not regulating a particular religion, but not a religion regulating the state. So if you want involved and you want in, you got to pay your fair share like the rest of us. These are ideas I think we need to work on and implement. I know the corporate welfare thing can be done. Bernie plans to raise wages anyway, so there's hope there. Like share, subscribe, please, please, please. Hey, Bernie, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, Bernie, I got your money.